What is the best AI stock to buy right now? Ever since the AI race has started, some of the AI stocks made people billions of dollars, and others just millions of dollars, stocks such as Nvidia. If you purchased Nvidia 5 years ago, you definitely have made a lot of money. But right now, the entire AI seems like a huge bubble and nobody wants to invest because you don't want to be the last person who buys the stock at its peak and then the next moment the stock is going to crash. But the stock that I'm about to tell you is by far the greatest AI stock right now in the market, and by far this stock is going to catapult multiple times over the next few years. So if there is one stock that I will be massively buying, this is going to be the stock. So pay a very close attention because this stock is going to make you more money than your job. Every company in the market is trying to become an AI company because AI offers really huge margins. Unlike many other traditional businesses, AI is offering something that no one else can offer. AI is offering really high margins. So when you have actually found a really great company that is dominating AI, you can expect that the company might have 50 or 60% margins, just like Nvidia is doing right now, because Nvidia has literally monopolized the entire market. The reason that it has grown by about 1,000% over the last 5 years is because they have built a complete monopoly. And right now, they're literally selling their computer chips at such high prices and making such great gains and margins. So what you want to find right now is that what is going to be the next company that is going to build a monopoly in AI, because that is the stock that is going to go tremendously over the next couple of years. Just look at what Nvidia could have done. A $10,000 investment in the last 5 years in Nvidia would have turned into $110,000. $50,000 would have turned into $550,000. $100,000 would get you $1.1 million. And Nvidia 5 years ago was not tiny little companies such as Anthropic. It was already a multi-billion-dollar company that was listed already in the stock market. So the stock that we're looking into right now is Alphabet, because there isn't a single company right now that has the exact same potential, and the market right now is not factoring the fact that Alphabet is going to monopolize AI, which is why the price is being traded at a significantly smaller amount than it's supposed to be. I'm not saying that the stock is not growing, because over the last year alone, the stock has grown by over 100%. So if you have been investing in the company, you probably made a lot of money. In fact, if you're following me on the Investing Academy, back in March, I told you that I'm buying a lot of Google. And then when the price has actually peaked in June, I've actually sold my stocks and got out. But right now I'm getting in again because there is a huge potential with this stock. There is probably not a single major AI company right now in the market that is going to grow as fast as Google. And there is a strong reason behind it. This is not wishful thinking. You will understand that when you look at the financial statements of Google, because the numbers are backing it up. Now, if you look at the AI industry right now, there are multiple layers. So you have the energy part, you have the computer chips, you have the data centers, and then finally you have the applications. And if the application side is not profitable, then the entire chain becomes unprofitable. Think about it this way. The reason that Nvidia is growing so tremendously fast is because OpenAI is buying massively computer chips from Nvidia. Or it could be another company such as Oracle that is buying computer chips from Nvidia and is leasing them to OpenAI. So for this entire chain to be profitable, OpenAI should be profitable. But if you look at the AI companies, the largest ones such as OpenAI, Anthropic, and Grok, you will realize that all of them are massively losing money. Recently, someone has actually leaked the financial statements of OpenAI, and there is literally no path to profitability. With Anthropic, they're a lot better. The only company that can right now compete with Google's Gemini is literally Anthropic. The third major competitor is Grok, but Grok is so far behind that they have spent so much money buying so much computer power. But instead of using that computer power to service their clients or even train their own AI, they are leasing their computer power to Anthropic at about $1.2 billion a month because no one is actually using Grok and Grok is not making any money or whatsoever. So AI companies right now have to go public to raise billions of dollars to prevent themselves from bankruptcy. That is the primary reason why SpaceX went public. SpaceX with xAI have merged, which is the parent company for Grok. And now OpenAI has to go public because they're running out of money. And if they run out of money before they become profitable, then the company is over. The same thing applies to Anthropic. Now, Anthropic is in a much better position than OpenAI, but still, they need billions of dollars. But there's a huge difference. So if you look overall on the market, you realize that Gemini is already a clear winner of AI, and the market hasn't priced that in the stock price. Here's why. First of all, Gemini already has a client, and that client is Google. Google has built Gemini, and who do you think is going to buy AI services from Gemini? All other services from Google. Think about the search engine that Google already has that billions of people are using every single day. Think about Google's workplace where millions of businesses all across the globe are using. Think about Google Maps. So there's a long list of Google services that Google itself has, and they will be buying AI only from one company. And the name of that company is Gemini, and Gemini is part of Google. So we already know for a fact that there is going to be huge demand for Gemini in the first place. But there are a few other advantages that no one else has in the market, and that's that Google actually builds its own clients, so that lowers the cost for them. Part of the reason that OpenAI cannot possibly be so profitable is because they're spending so much power on computer power because these Nvidia GPUs are insanely expensive. Remember, Nvidia is a monopoly, so they can charge whatever price they want and nobody can tell them absolutely anything. And OpenAI has to spend so much money. But in the case of Google, Google is already building its own computer chips that it's using not only to train their own AI, but rather offer AI services. So suddenly the cost for Google goes insanely low, which means that they're the first company to make their AI significantly more profitable. The second great advantage they have is that they have such a great client base. Apple recently announced that Siri from now onwards will be powered by Gemini. And Apple has billions of users of iPhones and MacBooks, and suddenly all those people will be using Gemini. They will be exposed to Gemini. So if you think about it long term, suddenly you realize that literally Gemini has the potential to monopolize the industry. Now, another great thing about them is that they're literally building a monopoly on the entire supply chain. If you look, there is like a chain of the AI, right? Starting from designing the chips to building the data centers to offering the application itself. And what Google is doing is that they're also building the data centers. And the biggest problem today all these AI companies have is that if you want to offer AI, then you have to lease computer power. And leasing computer power is on annual or monthly contracts. So you have to ask yourself, how much demand is there for my AI in the market? If I'm going to overpay for this computer power, then I will be wasting billions of dollars. But if I don't lease enough, then I'm not going to grow that fast. But in the case of Gemini, or Google in this case, Google is building its own computer chips. It is designing its own chips, so it can buy from itself as much computer power as it wants, and also at the same time build the data centers that is going to power other AIs. So everyone else in the market will be relying on Google. But why wouldn't other companies do the same thing that Google is doing? Because Google is one of the few companies in the market that actually has the money for that. OpenAI is burning dozens of billions of dollars, and of course they cannot possibly afford the computer chips, so someone else is buying the computer chips and then leasing the computer power to OpenAI. But in the case of Google, look at Google last year. They made over $400 billion. Over the last 12 months, they made $422 billion, and their revenue is growing very healthy. If you look at the net income, you can see that over the last 12 months, they made $160 billion of net income. So the company is so profitable that they can easily spend another $100 billion to build these computer chips and data centers. Yes, in the short run, it is going to have a negative impact on their stock price, but in the long run, once they're built, you can be confident that the stock price is going to catapult. The only question you should be asking yourself right now is that when you should be buying this stock. Because if you look at the AI right now, there are so many hypes. So if you end up buying the stock at its peak and then the stock collapses the next moment, then you have to wait for such a long time for the stock to recover. But if you know when to buy the stock, when the stock has collapsed, then you are going to maximize your returns. And the valuations right now are based on future earnings. So the price changes if the value of the future earnings change on paper. Now, right now, we are valuing the company based on how much the company will earn in the future. So if the potential future earnings is $1 trillion, price of the stock today in the market changes based on the real value of that $1 trillion that the company is going to generate. Now, this $1 trillion is a hypothetical example. It could be $2 trillion, it could be $5 trillion. So when you learn how to value that future earnings that the company is going to generate, then you can much more accurately evaluate the company today and invest at the right time. So what you have to pay attention to is capital expenditure versus free cash flow. Capital expenditure is how much the company is spending money reinvesting back in itself. Free cash flow is the real money that is actually left for investors that the company can do to distribute in form of dividends, or maybe use that money to buy back its stocks. Basically, that is the money that you can theoretically say that is actually left for investors. And the problem with the stock right now is that Capex right now is growing way faster than revenue. So we are reinvesting so much, but all of these reinvestments into AI and data centers is not turning into revenue proportionally, which is why the stock is not actually growing tremendously. And that's why the price of the stock right now is $368 and not $500. And the data literally backs that up. In 2024, total Capex was $52 billion. 2025, it has grown by 74% to $94 billion. But look at the revenue. The revenue just grew by 15%. So when investors look at this number, what do? They instantly start selling the stock. And that's why if you go back to 2025, there was a good reason, for example, for the stock to collapse. Part of the reason was, of course, because Donald Trump started his trade war against the rest of the world, but there was a good reason for the stock to collapse. Now, think about 2026. What do we have here? Capital expenditure is growing by over 100%. How about revenue? It just grows by 13%. And 2026 is the defining year, because next year, even though that Capex is still growing slightly more than revenue, the difference is so substantially small that there is a good probability that revenue might actually grow faster than Capex. And from now onwards, Capex will be growing anything by 2 to 5%, but revenue will be growing by 11 to 10%. So somewhere here, the market is going to factor in all that future growth. That's when the stock is going to catapult to $700, $800, God knows to how much it could potentially go. So even though that the stock actually had a fantastic year over the last 5 years, for example, it has literally grown from about $100 to as much as $368, the data suggests that the stock can easily go to $500, $700, $800. But Wall Street cannot possibly pay for the stock more than $368 today because of that massive capital expenditure. The real question right now is that when should you be selling the stock? And that's what I have posted on the Investing Academy. What I do on the Investing Academy is that I look at the stocks, I evaluate them, I find their true valuation and find out at what price you should be buying the stock and what price you should be selling the stock. I do that first of all for myself because I use this strategy to buy and sell myself, and I also share my strategies on the Investing Academy so that you yourself can also learn how to do that and profit from the stock market. But if you want to take it one step further, you can jump on 101 strategy session with my team that will help you to understand the stock market and help you find out what is the best investing strategy for you and how you can, within the next couple of years, use the stock market to get the financial freedom. For the first 50 people who will use the link in the description of this video, will be able to book that investing strategy completely for free. The link is in the description of this video.